Hey there, this is Lisa Appia. Welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're here for the first time. I'm so happy to have you here. I'm a certified career and resume strategist. In this video, we are talking about LinkedIn. We're talking about how to leverage LinkedIn to build your personal brand. I have been using LinkedIn, I would say consistently for the last 3 years. I've had an account since 2012. I was surprised to see that. I created my account as soon as I finished my undergrad, so I've had an account for multiple years, but I've only started to use it actively in the last 3 years, and it's been life-changing in terms of building my business on that platform, building my personal brand to increase the visibility to my business and generate revenue. So it's been an amazing platform, and I want to share with you, whether you are a business owner or a career professional, tips to be able to leverage your personal brand on LinkedIn. So let's get right into it. The first thing is you want to have a complete LinkedIn profile. Make sure that all the sections on your profile are complete. And I do have a video on the 6 elements of a successful LinkedIn profile. I'm sharing the link right above so you can watch that video, and I break down every section of a LinkedIn profile. But having a complete profile is very important for this reason. Your LinkedIn profile can be found by anyone. Anyone can Google search you and they will land on your LinkedIn profile. So it's important that the impression that you're putting across is a good one, especially if you're someone right now who is job searching. It's better for you to have no LinkedIn profile than to have one that is not complete. So make sure all the sections on your profile are complete. Secondly, when it comes to leveraging your personal brand on LinkedIn, you want to make sure that your profile is keyword optimized. That means that the appropriate keywords that someone would use to find your expertise, you want to make sure that they show up in your profile, in your headline, in your about section, in your skills section, in your experience. Those keywords need to show up on your profile. If you are a marketing manager, when someone types marketing manager in LinkedIn, because your profile is optimized, you should be showing up in those searches. If your profile is not optimized, you won't be able to show up in the searches that people, recruiters, hiring managers, other professionals in your industry are making. The third thing that is important when you're building your personal brand on LinkedIn is you want to have a clear goal. Why are you there? LinkedIn is social media at the end of the day. You can spend a lot of time there just scrolling. There's people arguing. There's people who are trying to convince you of this thing or that thing. There's a lot going on LinkedIn. If you don't have a clear goal, it's easy to get lost in all that's happening and waste a lot of time there. And so knowing what your goal is will help you remain focused when you are on LinkedIn. Whether you're looking for a job, whether you are trying to build your visibility to be able to move up in your career, whether you're making a career transition, whatever your goal is, it needs to be clear why you are on LinkedIn. The next thing is that you want to have a niche. What that means is that you're not on LinkedIn to talk about everything and anything. You need to be known for something. And often you want that something to be what you're trying to achieve, the goal we just talked about. If your focus is on marketing, then one day you shouldn't be talking about money management, and then another day you're talking about financial literacy. It shouldn't be all over the place. You have to have a clear focus. So having a clear niche will really help you to be able to build your personal brand on the platform. The next thing is that you want to leverage the platforms of other people to build your own. There are people who have been on LinkedIn for a long time who are in your industry that share posts on a daily basis. You want to find out who those people are and begin to comment on their post. This is a way to be able to increase your visibility on the platform, especially as someone who is starting out. A comment can almost be equivalent to a post. I've seen this many times as I've used LinkedIn. I remember I made a comment on a post of a LinkedIn top voice. LinkedIn on a yearly basis creates a list of people that they consider top voice on the platform. And so there's one of those people that I had commented on their post. And the comment that I made got a lot of attention, a lot of likes. And in addition to that, the comment was featured in LinkedIn News. As a result of that, so many people were reaching out to me about my expertise. So many people were reaching out to me to connect with me, to follow me. And that was really early when I started on LinkedIn. And it was one of the significant ways that I was able to start building my visibility on the platform, but also increasing my confidence to get to the point where I can share my own content on the platform. Next thing, in terms of building your personal brand on LinkedIn, share your thought leadership, share insight about what you're working on, what's going on in your industry. Share stories, compelling stories. LinkedIn loves stories, especially if you follow the hero's journey of storytelling. You can search hero's journey and you will understand the framework of how to tell a story using the hero's journey. I call it started from the bottom, now you're here storytelling. What it is basically you were going through something, you couldn't figure it out, and then you got a mentor, and then the mentor gave you advice, and then now you're thriving, you're excelling, you got promoted, you got a new job, you got a salary increase, you're making 6 figures. Those kinds of stories, started from the bottom, now you're here. You want to tell one of those on LinkedIn, you will do very well. So those are the kinds of stories you want to tell on LinkedIn. So those are some of the tips and some of the ways that I have been able to build my personal brand on LinkedIn. If you're not yet following me on LinkedIn, here's my QR code. You can follow me on LinkedIn. I share content, and my content is related to career strategy and leadership development. So you can follow me on LinkedIn. If you are not yet subscribed to the channel, this is the time to do so. I post videos every Thursday. I talk about career, leadership, and LinkedIn. So thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.